paper, by the way. I had the old one for the old shoot, and then it's been months since then, so it's been binned. Kept that bit, but it's just blank paper. I'm gonna take some of this stuff, by the way. It's hot in here. I've started filming when it's getting hot, which was a mistake. Just good luck for the rest of the video. I think so. Alright. So what is my brand? The sort of area I want to go into is filmmaking, primarily being a director and writer. Doing all sorts of different projects, but primarily my sort of area of interest and what the brands hopefully will reflect is horror and comedy. Sorry if the camera keeps moving, by the way. I've currently got my phone set up on a pillow on top of my laptop to film this because I couldn't be bothered to book out a camera on a Sunday. I have two main inspirations, David Lynch and Reece Shearsmith. Probably see them up there. So, starting off with David Lynch, the things that inspire me about him is primarily his surrealism. You see this in a lot of his work, but I think it's at its best in Twin Peaks, where you have a level of normality, this sort of small American town, which really emphasises the surreal elements. Another example being his film Eraserhead, where it's a lot more actively surreal, but there's still grounded elements where it's this sort of small apartment and these very relatable characters being put into these weird situations. My second inspiration being Reece Shearsmith, co-writer and co-star in the series Inside Number 9, League of Gentlemen, Psychoville, quite a few different projects where he writes and stars as an actor. How these both tie into my sort of branding is this idea of trying to push works that are both surreal and fit primarily within the horror genre, but also having sort of more light-hearted side of it as well.
Golden brown texture like sun lays me down.
Moving on to colour. My colours are primarily black, white and shades of red, with the hex codes appearing hopefully now on the side of the screen if I can be bothered to edit it. I chose the colour red primarily for its connotations with horror being the colour of sort of blood and that sort of area, but also its connotations with passion, and that's something I want to get across, is that a lot of the works I am passionate about, and I have a lot of love for these works that I try and make. I've chosen three main sort of fonts to be used throughout. The first being League Gothic, choosing this to be sort of used for titles and little bits of emphasis here and there. I chose this for its thick sans serif lettering, making it quite clear to read. My main text font is Letter Gothic. You'll notice also being a Gothic font, not in terms of the sort of Gothic that you may be thinking, although it does help with the brand anyway. I chose this as it somewhat resembles a typewriter, and I think having that sort of old, well not old, but this more classic look of lettering as opposed to more modern style fits a lot more with my brand than, like I said, the more modern sort of look. And finally, permanent marker. I wanted to have a more handwriting style of font within my typography, and the permanent marker one worked quite well because I often use whiteboards in the ideation phases of a lot of my projects, so I figured it'd be good to have this font as it shows both my personality and a little bit of my process within my branding. And that's about it for my brand. I can go home now. I'll put some credits or something over the screen. I don't exactly know how to end this, to be honest with you. You can go. It's not marked, there's not a bit of credits thing. You go. Leave.